Northern Ireland is so interesting, especially to somebody like me who's a specialist in African American history. Part of my job is to sort of help people shine a light in areas that they often don't want to shine a light on, and help people understand historical trauma and how it continues to shape us today. In some ways, Northern Ireland and the work that everybody's doing here is really a kind of model that's sort of saying, here's why history, here's why culture matters. It's not simply entertainment, it's not simply an escape. It really is a vital reservoir that we can dip into to really help us be a better nation.
I think we have a lot to learn about how the public history sector, how museums especially, can deal with contested histories or histories that are difficult or traumatic. It's something we in the Centre for Public History here at Queen's specialise in. So we're very interested in learning from him. I think we have a lot to learn from his experience of running a museum that deals with a very difficult past in a society that is still very divided around many of those issues.
One of the great challenges is for museums to recognize that they are places that are not about yesterday, but about today and tomorrow. And that in essence, what you begin to see are museums being a place that is trusted, so therefore use that trust to help people find the common ground, to help people understand that the challenges that we faced continue to shape us to this day, but they don't have to shape us going forward. And I think in some ways, what I find fascinating is I remember 15 years ago, somebody from the Ulster Museum came to me and said, we can't tell the troubles. And so it's wonderful now to be able to come and see an exhibition that really explores that, but explores it through the lens of the people who experienced it. Not at a kind of high level of here's what happened, but here's what it means to those of us that lived through it. And I think that's very powerful, and it's really a kind of model for institutions around the world.
I was really delighted to welcome Dr. Lonnie to the Ulster Museum this morning, to be able to spend time one-on-one having a conversation, and really appreciate his insights and feedback on the exhibitions we've been able to show him, and that he's taken that time aside from his visit to be here. The feedback was really positive and really useful conversations around our approach to dealing with ambiguity, and the fact that we're not trying to get any agreed narrative or consensus, but curating multiple perspectives together responsibly, and how we do that.
Well, I think that the whole notion of why history is important is that on the one hand, history is the keeper of our memories, our collective memories. It allows us to make sure that we're hearing all memories, not just particular groups. But also, I think what is so important is to recognize that sometimes you shouldn't be in search of simple balance. You're really looking for using history to understand the tensions that have divided us, and those tensions are really where the learning is, where the growth is, where the opportunities to transform are. And that ultimately what history really is about, it's about giving people the confidence that they can overcome what has gone before and point them towards a better shared future.